What's up, everyone? We're back.
I'm Dr. Maxfield.
Dr. Shah. Welcome back to our channel, Doctorly. And today we're talking about a big topic that affects almost everybody. So, shaving. How to shave and prevent razor bumps, razor burn. And these principles that we're going to outline here are going to apply to pretty much shaving any part of the body. We're specifically going to be focusing on the face a little bit, but it will apply to the body.
We're going to talk about everything related to shaving. Preparation, things you do before you actually shave, picking out a lubricant, shaving cream, shaving gel, picking out a razor, and then also the mechanics of shaving, things to do so you don't irritate your skin, and then the aftercare. What products are going to help you let that skin heal up after you've shaved.
There we go. We're going to make the most comprehensive video about shaving here. So stay tuned. Here we go. Yeah, so there's multiple reasons to shave. You know, you may shave your armpits, you may shave your chest. He needs to shave his chest, but he won't do it. And you may shave other body parts. You may shave your legs. Some people are actually embracing the no shaving movement. That's happening.
People have been trying to get that to take off for a long time, decades.
And do whatever you like. I don't mind. Do what you like. Be natural. Do whatever you want. But we're going to tell you how to shave here without causing this irritation.
So you don't have to shave that often probably, or do you with just what you're doing?
I shave every other day to line up my beard. If I shaved every day, it would definitely cause me a lot of irritation in this area. Shaving causes a ton of irritation, regardless of how well done it is. If you do it too often, you are going to cause irritation of your skin. I shave completely differently than you do because I only have to shave a small area and I need it to be very, very precise. So how do I shave? How do you shave?
Well, I shave. I'd like to shave every day, actually. I like the clean shaven look. But even today, I don't know if you could tell, I have some scruff. I shave every other day because I get just way too much irritation and razor burn or pseudofolliculitis barbae when I shave every day.
Right, and this can lead to pimples on the skin or just redness and irritation. You can actually get true bacterial folliculitis from shaving as well if you're not using a clean razor. And so I was somebody who initially, when I would shave, I would either get a lot of redness, I would cut my skin, or I would end up with actual pimples that would form where I shaved or ingrown hairs that would form. You know, this is important. If you do this correctly, you should be able to avoid this. That being said, you still will occasionally get ingrown hairs even when everything is done correctly.
So now for the first step, the first topic we're going to cover is just preparation. The things you do before you even start shaving.
So preparation, first, just get the hair wet, damp. This helps it a ton to kind of even out the strands, make them easier to cut through. It dampens the skin a little bit so there's less friction on the skin. So the first step, just damp the skin with water.
And my personal theory is it resets the disulfide bonds, which give your hair that structure. And so by getting your hair wet, it kind of resets all of that into a neutral position for an even shave.
I don't know if that's scientific, but
it makes perfect sense. Yeah, no one else has said it, but it's truth. So while your hair is wet, cleanse.
So what's the theory behind cleansing here? One of the main things you want to do is just, first of all, you want to wash off all those other ingredients that are on your face. You want to wash off if you have makeup or other parts of the body, or if you have deodorant on other parts of the body. You just want to cleanse this area so that everything that was on your skin is gone. Not just your products, but also bacteria that's living on your skin and fungus that's living on your skin and mites that are living on your skin. You know, kind of washing that away will kind of help reset that so that they don't get stuck in your pores once you shave.
So getting an infection on your face after shaving is kind of uncommon, but if you're shaving the hot spots, kind of like the armpits, the groin, or wherever else, some of these places harbor a lot of bacteria. Using a cleanser here is very important to remove those germs.
So let's just start off by picking a good cleanser for this. First, you can go one route, which is just the gentle cleanser. And this is actually mostly the route that I go, is just using a gentle cleanser. I use a gentle cleanser every day anyway. And so a good start would just be to use the Vanicream gentle cleanser.
Yeah, and Vanicream is a nice line, and it's just a very bland, simple line. So you can kind of run with this safely. If you want to add something here though, the SA cleanser, CeraVe salicylic acid cleanser, it has the benefit of having salicylic acid. It'll help remove that oil from the skin, as well as act as like a really, really mild exfoliant.
Yeah, very mild exfoliant, kind of break apart those little bonds. What's good about that is that if you have a mild exfoliant, it keeps your hair follicles from getting plugged by those skin cells if you were prone to developing ingrown hairs.
And then if you're going to be washing your body anyway, or if you're someone with acne and you're using benzoyl peroxide, then use this. So Panoxyl has some nice washes, some of their 10% for the body. And then also Humane has a really nice fragrance-free, cruelty-free benzoyl peroxide wash that you can use for those hotspot areas as well.
And this is really going to help try to prevent those ingrown hairs or bacterial folliculitis that some people get. So using a benzoyl peroxide wash is an amazing hack for shaving anywhere on the body. If you use this, as long as you're not allergic to it, it really, really can prevent ingrown hairs that people get.
Okay, so moving on from preparation, now to number 2, this is where it gets more interesting. This is picking out a shaving gel, shaving cream. There's been some studies done on the efficacy of gel and cream as a lubricant. Really not a whole lot of difference, so personal preference here. I spent a lot of time actually just shopping, walking around Target, finding and buying every single thing, every single product that said soothing, that said sensitive on it, and then brought them home, tried them out, and read all the ingredients.
All right, so let's start looking at what you bought. You bought Pure by Gillette. You bought this. Let's see what it says. Okay, this is supposed to be soothing with aloe. And also it says it's free from parabens and all these other things, which don't matter. You got glycerin, coconut acid, fragrance, which can be irritating, and then my least favorite thing to see in skincare, which is menthol and peppermint products.
These have a little bit of discussion around them. So this is a very common thing because they will put soothing and label it with something like menthol or peppermint. Menthol actually has soothing properties, but in very specific situations. So when we're talking about itch, it actually works on some of the same nerve receptors that itch does, and so it can be soothing in certain situations. However, it can also be an irritant.
So it gives a soothing sensation, but it's not actually soothing to your skin barrier, which is what we're really focused on here. Sort of a lot of people think that menthol feeling, that minty feeling, it feels nice, smells nice when you're using it on your skin, but in actuality, it causes a lot of irritation in a lot of people for their skin. And so it turns out that he did all this shopping, and then all the ones he bought were the ones that are not the best ones. So actually, the ones that you guys should buy that actually have probably the best ingredients, we're going to tell you right now.
So the Aveeno Therapeutic Shave Gel with oat and vitamin E, very bland with great ingredients to help soothe the skin that's been exfoliated or shaved. And then also the Vanna Cream also has a shave cream. And it's also very bland, very hypoallergenic, minimalistic, love it.
So those are going to be the 2 best ones. At the end of the day, I don't even use a shave gel. Secret unleashed right now. I actually use my conditioner to shave.
That is interesting.
I have a conditioner. It's from a company called Scene. Scene is a company that was created by Dermatologist. They make hair care products, fragrance-free, very good for sensitive skin. And, I just put it on the areas that I want to shave and shave.
Now we have to introduce this section here, shaving areas that aren't the face. So, using any of these on the body is probably fine. The body's less sensitive than facial skin anyway. But then we have legs, and talking to people who regularly shave their legs, there are a lot of different ways people are shaving their legs and vehicles they're using to help offset the razor. I've heard soap, I've heard dry shaving. Soap probably is one of the most common things just because you already have the body wash in there and you're just using it as a lubricant, which is actually fine because you're killing or removing the bacteria while you shave.
I prefer actually just using our conditioner. I think that's the best option. It's perfect.
It's okay.
So let's talk about picking a razor now. So this is going to depend, I guess, on sort of the area that you're shaving. I think it's going to play a big role in it. I'll just tell you guys right off the bat, you know how much money I spend on razors every year? The whole year, $10.
Unreal. That is unreal. So I picked out Henry's razors because they're, a cheaper shave alternative that's gaining a lot of popularity. But for me, I found you get what you pay for. Like I had a lot of irritation, unfortunately, with those. So I've always used Gillette. Gillette has a razor guard one for sensitive skin and specifically for people who get really bad razor burn. There's a lot of mechanics that go into this. Basically, the more blades, the closer the shave, it actually shaves underneath the skin because every sequential blade picks up the hair and cuts it even further. This one went back in time, went back to 2 razors, and it actually really helps evenly distribute the tension, prevent you from pushing too hard, and prevents you from cutting that hair too close.
Right, so it doesn't necessarily mean if you have more blades that it's better. I know there was a point where they were like, this is a 12-blade razor, and everyone was getting all excited about those things in all the commercials. At the end of the day, actually 1 or 2 blades is probably good enough. You don't want to get too close to the skin because you can cause irritation.
Yeah, and there's actually a lot of data and studies to prove it.
For my $10 a year shaving, I buy this razor. It's a straight razor from Equinox, and it comes with 100 blades, and I just change the blades out every single time I shave. So a new blade, which is really important because if you're not changing out your razor blade regularly, it can be colonized with bacteria. It becomes blunt with time. So that bluntness is going to cause more dragging of the hair. It's going to irritate the skin more, and it's going to colonize with bacteria over time. So I have basically a blade that I change out every day that is $10, and it lasts me the whole entire year, which is insane. But also bear in mind, I only shave from here down, and I also only shave from here to there. So if I used a single razor blade for that on my whole face, it would probably cause a lot of irritation.
My favorite razor is the Gillette Skin Guard. There's data, there's theory, it's all coming together. It's great for sensitive skin.
Yeah, and you can use that on the body, you can use that on the face, you can use that if you're a male, you can use that if you're a female. It's going to be great for everybody. And for me, because I don't shave a large area, I just use that straight razor, and we'll put some links in the description as well. The other thing about the razors is that you don't want to leave your razor in the shower after you're done shaving, because what ends up happening is that it keeps all the moisture on it, and that can rust the blades pretty quickly, and also moisture allows bacteria to grow and fungus to grow on your blades. And so if you aren't changing your razor out every day, which is obviously impractical for most people, it's best to actually not leave it in the shower and make sure that it gets dry and you clean the blade after using it.
Yeah, and another confession from me is I have changed mine out way too infrequently. Like if you want to prioritize something like minimizing irritation, you definitely need to change it out at least once a month.
Next up, we're talking about the mechanics of hair shaving. How do you actually shave mechanistically to prevent ingrown hairs, to prevent that razor bump?
So this is something I think everyone intuitively changes with time. For me, I notice I have like problem areas specifically on this side because I shave with my left hand. So I've switched hands. But by far, the most consensus statement I've ever heard is that you need to shave with the grain.
With the grain meaning the direction of hair growth. So there are really probably no studies to support this, or maybe even some studies. Someone told me that there was a study, I wasn't able to find it, that it's actually better to shave the other direction. This is purely going to be anecdotal from probably about 1,000 people that I've talked to about this at this point. Definitely shaving in the direction of hair growth is going to cause much less irritation, much less risk of ingrown hairs. Going with the other direction causes a lot of tugging on the hair and can really, really irritate the skin.
And shaving against the grain, shaving against the direction the hair is growing does give you a closer shave. But again, there's this transitional shift from closer shave to now more like protecting, more gentle shave. And this is another step to help.
And I think for a lot of people, especially on the legs, people want to have that closer shave on the legs specifically. And I think for that area, what you can actually do is you can use that double bladed razor, and you can shave with the direction of hair growth basically going down. So knee to ankle, and then actually come back up ankle to knee.
Yeah, exactly. And I do that. I'm paying attention to what I do. And even on my face, so I'll shave with the grain. And then if an area is not shaved close enough, then I'll go against the grain a second time with, here's the next thing, short, quick movements. They need to be short and quick. You don't want to drag it in a long line across whatever part of your body.
Also, there's a debate about whether or not you should pull the skin taut when you're doing this. This seems to be up in the air. For me, I find that I get a more precise shave when I pull the skin taut, but some people will argue that that causes more risk of ingrown hairs and irritation. I think that's really going to be up to you.
It is, but your razor is actually doing some of that work for you. So the leading edge of the razor, you're kind of like wondering what the heck is this thing for? That's actually what it does. This helps pull that front edge of it taut so that when you're shaving, it's actually helps level out that skin for you. So different parts of your body, especially where there's a lot of angles, the hairs can grow in different directions. And that's something I had to learn about myself. And I actually took a picture and mapped out the angles at which my hairs grew. And you can see here, they go at different angles. So I had to consciously shave in different directions depending on which ways the hair grew. And it helped. It really did help me.
And once you figure out that pattern of your hair growth, it becomes super easy. So it seems kind of cumbersome at first. Like, I'm not going to figure out every way to my direction my hair goes. But once you do figure it out, and I've sort of figured it out because on my neck that happens where, one hair grows this way and the other hairs grow down. And so what you end up doing is you're figuring out which direction you shave best in, and then you basically come up with a routine that you can become fast with. What you don't want to do as far as routine is this video right here where this guy is insane with the way that he's shaving.
When marimba rhythm starts to yeah. Toodles.
It's unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
All right, last up, you've shaved, you've done a perfect job, you're prepped, you're ready to go. Now, what do you do as far as aftercare? What are you going to put on your skin that's going to decrease the risk of irritation and decrease the risk of your ingrown hairs?
So traditionally there has been aftershave. An aftershave has historically kind of been similar to a toner or an astringent to help strip away and remove any debris that you have. Often have been just very alcohol heavy, very fragrance heavy. And if you have sensitive skin, this is just not something you want to be using. So what you can do is go back to that CeraVe SA cleanser and use it to do exactly what aftershave should be doing. And that's just cleansing your skin, removing the debris that the gel or cream has left on your face along with the hairs, and then you cleanse your face, and then you're back to your active ingredients.
Yeah, so one of the things that I actually like to do, well, the thing is, so we're talking about my face specifically, and you can try to apply these sort of principles to the rest of the body, but the idea here is multifactorial, right? So how are we preventing these things? So for me, like I'm using a retinoid on my face every night anyway. That is truly going to prevent getting ingrown hairs on the skin because it keeps those pores from getting clogged with your skin cells, and it helps to turn over skin cells as well. So it's really good at preventing ingrown hairs if you have a retinoid on the face. You can also use a salicylic acid. The Paula's Choice BHA liquid exfoliant would be a great option for this. It's basically a liquid. You can put it on a pad and kind of rub it into your skin to prevent those ingrown hairs. You can also use a benzoyl peroxide product as well. What products I don't like?
All right, let's hear these.
There's a product called Fur, and I get a lot of questions about it. And it's supposed to be like a serum or oil to prevent ingrown hairs. It's essentially, the active in it is tea tree oil. And tea tree oil, okay, we've talked about this. It does have anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antifungal properties. Let's not talk about tea tree oil. Just like ignore it. It's not the negative. This product is literally essential oils mixed with tea tree oil, period. This is literally hundreds of irritating essential oils in it. You do not need this to prevent ingrown hairs. If you follow these principles of using an exfoliant afterwards, you shave with the right razor, you're changing your razor out, and you're using the aftercare appropriately, you will prevent ingrown hairs.
Yeah, and then stepping off of that, you've gently exfoliated your skin with the cleansing stage. You've mechanically exfoliated your skin with the shaving. You're gently exfoliating your skin again with this SA cleanser. After shaving, your skin is primed and prepped and ready for any active products like the retinols. It's going to just suck up those active ingredients.
Absolutely. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully you found this helpful. We will put links in the description for any products that we talked about, plus more. Just buy them based on availability. Always look for the best price. We appreciate all your trust and support.
Yeah, thank you all so much. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you again.
See you next time.
Okay, so moving on from preparation, now to number 2. This is where it gets more interesting. So this is when you pick out, okay, fine.
No, I like it. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. It's interesting. It's fascinating. Let's see what he bought. Okay, so he got the Nair Sensitive Formula Shower Power.
Wait. I love that you picked out Nair first.